What's the stock which got a boost when Musk tweeted about it? If you want to know the answer, make sure to watch this video until the end. Hello future billionaires, welcome to Stock Investing 101, the channel where you get stock inspiration, motivation and knowledge to become the next future billionaire. In today's video, we bring you major problem. Tesla stock crash starting? Without any further ado, let's dive in. From the March lows of 2020, you already know Tesla went up like 1200%. The records we've seen before are completely over the top, so you can compare it with some real businesses back in '99 that went ballistic but still survived. After all, they have a legitimate product again. So there are businesses like Cisco, Microsoft, Amazon, etc. In the first 12 months leading up to its peak in December 1999, Microsoft nearly doubled and the other two tripled in the last year previous to their peaks. But no stock can be compared to Tesla's, which in the last 12 months has risen by more than 800%. And they're not counting from the low of March, which is why it's fewer. So you can see Tesla compared to all those other instances in the previous bubble back in the 90s. Smashing records, no comparison. And now Elon is the richest person in the world.
And your stock went up, Elon, by something like 8-9%, just based on that tweet alone. You earned about $3 billion in market cap on that. Is that a surprise to you?
Yes. I mean, that seems like an unlikely thing to happen just based on a tweet. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's surprising. I don't really follow the stock that much. So I think sometimes the stock moves for kind of random reasons, and if that ends up being a mood barometer, then it's not a happy life.
And you have to understand how speculative this market is to understand where Tesla's price is going to go from here and whether it's going to crash or not. Right now, we're in a market frenzy, and we don't need any more examples other than one of Elon's tweets that has just happened. But if you guys remember this, he recently tweeted to use Signal, and this is a messaging app, and he was saying to use that as it's one of, or maybe the only messaging app which doesn't collect all your details. Many of us use WhatsApp, and now that it's integrated with Facebook, they're gathering everything they know, including when you brush your teeth in the morning. But the Signal is the alternative, so Elon says to use Signal, right? So of course, many people go to their website and start downloading that, but what also happens is this stock of advances, which is just a penny stock, and this thing shoots up like crazy. It goes up in a couple of days to something like 6,000%. Why? Because it's called the Signal. Even the Signal is not the same Signal that he even speaks about. This is a totally random penny stock. They even put a tweet out saying, hey guys, it's not the same Signal. People want to invest in our record growth, understandably, but that's not us. That's how dumb the market frenzy is. Right now, people are just wild because they won't even check whether the company in which they invest in is the real company in which they want to invest. You can see now this random penny stock Signal is crashing down 60% as you watch this video. Here's an example of another business that got swept up in the tech boom of the 90s, which was an impressive company and had enormous potential, and now it's a giant. But it's all caught in the accident, and the business we're talking about is, of course, Amazon.com, which is an absolute Goliath today. But even so, look at what happened back here from top to bottom. This thing crashed over 95. And again, this is an unbelievable business, right? You may have been a true believer of Amazon back then, but now tell me, are any speculators going to hang on to this? Do we think Tesla is starting to crash now? The answer is no, and there is still room for Tesla to run. Our speculative markets have now taken a hit because not only did this drop in Tesla happen, but you see, we're having a major drop in Bitcoin too. At one point, Bitcoin plummeted as much as 40, and it could keep going now. And a lot of speculators love getting into and holding cryptocurrencies, and Bitcoin, you've learned more about it because it's taken off. That's why you have to look at the market when facing a correction and think, hey, will this same correction follow us here? But even with Bitcoin, this isn't the highest one. For this, there are several explanations. Even Biden coming in. To give people more money, he wants to send out more checks. The Fed will not stop printing lots of liquidity, slushing around lots of currency. And that's all going to go into the stock market. So Tesla isn't finished yet. But looking to the future, how do we know when Tesla is done? If Tesla turns around because it's the top speculative stock of the rest of the market, you could expect it to turn around as well. Not only for our investment in Tesla, but also for the rest of the market. Are you just reading Twitter and trying to see how many Tesla tweets there are because you're trying to track your sentiments? No, that's pretty tough. It's a quantum momentum scheme that tracks each stock's momentum in the Nasdaq, and that includes Tesla. It utilizes this TSI scanner, and by its momentum, it ranks each stock in the Nasdaq because the TSI determines how much momentum something has. You might see that Tesla is number one. It still has super strong momentum, which means that there is a high chance that it will continue to move higher. And what we're doing is we rotate into the top 5 stocks every month with the highest momentum in the Nasdaq, instead of just having to sit in Reddit forums trying to find out whether people are bullish or bearish on Tesla. The time that we know it's going to change around is when this number starts to fall. And when we all of a sudden don't see Tesla in the top 5 or the top 10 or the top 20 of the highest momentum stocks, we know things are shifting. And even before that happens, we have risk management in place. If Tesla drops a certain amount, we're going to sell it and get out. And we're going to do the same thing when Tesla's been climbing the whole time we've been making money. We manage risk on the upside and downside. And that's the most important thing you can do in a frantic market like this, unless you're all right to lose 95 of something like what we saw with Amazon, which isn't out of the question. You want to get upside down for Tesla, but you also want to handle the downside risk management as the most important thing. It was a huge Tesla run in March, so we reached this peak by that point, and Tesla turned around. We sold much of our place in March and we earned the profits. And then, when it started crumbling and it reached our risk stage, we also sold the rest. We didn't hold on to this 60 drawdown that happened. And then, because Tesla was still high after that, we got back in. We've been riding it since then, making a lot of money on it. Again, this wasn't just based on the stock view. It was based on real quantum numbers as to our momentum measures, telling us it was all laid out.
If somebody's a long-term holder of the stock, I think there's a lot of appreciation that will occur in the long term. In the short term, it's difficult to predict these fluctuations. But it does seem as though, for a company that had a few $1 billion in revenue last year, to have a $30+ billion market cap is on the high side. And I think that's, I think there's certainly lots of people on the internet who say that. And,
That's the best way to do it. Your risk management is in place. And people who keep Tesla for a long time think it's so dumb to suggest you can buy it down. But what you need is an investment plan or a scheme that you can replicate on any kind of stock. Since this is all right for Tesla, the long-term holding has succeeded so far, and those people will be crushed in the future. Still, it's been working right now. But what about the next Tesla? What happens when you think you found the next Tesla, but it turns out it wasn't Tesla? And then it crashes. It doesn't come around. Well, guess what, huh? Many people are going to waste all their money to choose something they think is the next Tesla versus the number of people who pick a Tesla and keep it through. That's what we're managing as we're managing our downside and upside risks. Where do these people get their confidence from? At least long-term Tesla holders. But that's certainly not the way to operate on the stock market. With a cult hold, no matter what happens, risk management, taking gains and cutting losses is how you survive on the market year after year, even as Teslas come and go. That's how you make money and grow your wealth. So no, we don't think a Tesla crash is coming. We could be so wrong, but we are glad that our risk management is in place. Is yours? If you'd like to stay up to date with the best and latest content about stocks and entrepreneurship, then make sure to subscribe to our channel and leave a like on this video. Did you find this video valuable, or do you want to add anything? Make sure to let us know in the comment section down below. We are posting a new video every day with the most undervalued stocks in the market right now.